In this video, I'm going to be talking about square numbers and square roots. To start off, square numbers are also known as perfect squares. They are integers that can be multiplied by itself to form another integer. So 1 squared basically just means 1 times 1. And 1 times 1 gets me a whole number or a integer. Hence, 1 squared is a perfect square. But notice 1 squared just equals to 1, so I can also say 1 is a perfect square. 2 squared, which is just 2 times 2, which equals to 4, I'm basically multiplying 2 by itself, and I'm getting another whole number or another nice integer. So in this case, 2 squared is a perfect square or a square number, and that also means that 4 is a perfect square or a square number. Same case for 3 squared, which equals to 9, and 4 squared, which equals to 16. Hence, you can say that 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, and 4 squared are all square numbers or perfect squares. But you can also say that the result of the multiplication, 1, 4, 9, and 16, are also squared numbers or perfect squares. So for practice, which of the following numbers are perfect squares? Circle the perfect squares below. So is 2 a perfect square? Meaning, can I take a number and multiply it by itself to get 2? I can, but the number won't be a nice whole number to start with. So no, 2 wouldn't be a perfect square. What about 4? Well, 4 is right up here. Basically, I can take 2 whole numbers and multiply it by itself to get another whole number. So in this case, 4 is a perfect square. What about 8? Can we think of 2 whole numbers or 2 integers that I can multiply by itself to get 8? And I can't think of one, so no, 8 is not a perfect square. What about 12? Can I take 2 numbers and multiply it by itself to get 12? No, I can't. I can't take 2 whole numbers or 2 integers and do that. What about 4 squared? Well, 4 squared is already up here. It's basically 4 times 4, which equals to 16. So 2 integers multiplied by itself to get another integer. So 4 squared is a perfect squared, and it just equals to 16. And 16 is also a perfect squared by definition then. What about 25? Are there 2 whole numbers or 2 integers that I can multiply by itself to get to 25? Yeah. What about 5 times 5? Yeah, that gets me 25. Hence, 25 is also a perfect square. And hopefully you're noticing a pattern, but here's a list of perfect squares that would be useful for you to memorize. From 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, all the way down to 15 squared, and the results of them. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, all the way to 15 times 15, which is 225.